Hello, this is going to be episode 3 of Self Improvement in Real Life. And the first thing I want to talk about is that I, on Sunday night, had a wet dream. which is strange. And the most annoying thing about it was that in my dream I was watching porn. And for someone who's been on NoFap for about just over 5 weeks, I believe. I think, yeah. It was a wee bit annoying, but obviously I didn't masturbate. It was a wet dream. But I think for me that the irritating part is in my mind there's still that thing that wants to watch porn, and I don't know if that's just because I'm like actively pulling myself out of the dating market at the moment. I'm choosing not to go looking for anything. Obviously, if something comes up, I'm not gonna be like, no, I don't want to have sex. Of course I do. I'm a man, but I'm not actively going out to find things because I just rather work on my rugby, or relax, or journal, or what else do I do? Make YouTube videos, work towards creating financial freedom, educating myself. There's just so many things above on my list that I'd rather do than spend time to build in a relationship. I've been in a relationship before and I understand a lot of the areas I went wrong, and I know it's going to be difficult to improve on that if I don't go into a new relationship and practice. But fuck, I'm 20 years old, what do I need to rush about? I'm willing to give up a wee bit of that side of life, although it's, in my opinion, the best side of life is relationship with women and sex and all these sort of intimacy. I believe that's one of the best parts of life. But my thirst for winning is far stronger than my thirst for women at this moment. So I'm gonna live with that for now. Of course, I'm gonna reflect on it regularly. There's gonna be circumstances where maybe I have a chance. Sounds so needy. Maybe I have a chance to have sex. Maybe there is like an opportunity, or is that even that? You know what I mean? Let's just say maybe there's sex on the table, and for whatever reason I maybe decide, okay, tomorrow I need to wake up early and do this, or I can go have sex with this girl and probably be up late and not sleep well, because I hate sleeping in a bed with some other person, because I'm literally just like lie across the whole bed, especially when it's warm. But until a moment like that arises, I'm just going to keep going how I am just now. And that kind of brings on the second point, which is it's a weird one because I'm still a wee bit fidgety about it. I don't know if it's just because I had a coffee earlier. I don't drink a lot of coffee, so caffeine really gets on me. But yesterday I got drug tested after training, which was I can't remember what journal it was. Or it might be in my current journal, but at some point I wrote that I'd actually really want to get drug tested just for that sort of peace of mind. And that sounds really weird, but I think a lot of people, like rugby players and stuff, who speak to you, like, you've not done anything, but it's still kind of like a weird feeling of like, yeah, but what if I've been like using a supplement or something, even though all of the supplements that I do take are like batch tested for banned substances. If you know about Informed Sport, it's that stuff that I use, but there's always that doubt factor in my head until I've been tested, which I have now, and it's about a week until you find out, and if you don't hear anything, it normally means it came back negative. But it's just like, well, if I check my email once and it's just like Scottish Rugby are saying like, what you been doing? I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, because that's my rugby career over. And I mean, fuck, my main goal is rugby. Like, it's my vision on my wall there. I've showed you guys before. I'll read it out. I want Scottish Rugby fans to feel how I feel when I witness great sporting moments. That indescribable inspiration. I want them to feel that for Scotland. I mean, fuck, if that's taken away from me, like, I know how difficult it is to find something as driving as that. And I love the YouTube, yeah, but because I've got rugby, like, this rugby just makes me feel like me, and it sounds so toxic to have something like that. Being able to like tie that to your personality is that sort of thirst and drive to win and dominate in rugby. And the fact that something like this, like maybe you took a sip of a wrong water bottle one day and somebody had something in that water, or they had something in their system that was in the saliva that went into your saliva, which went into your body, which I know is very unlikely, but at least in over like maybe in a week or two I'll have that peace of mind if I don't hear anything. So that's the only sort of two things. Oh no, also I got a fucking letter about running the red light by accident. So I mean, that was like 2 weeks ago or something. You know, when you try to beat the amber light but you don't quite beat it. It was just one of those situations, and now I'm waiting to hear back from that because I had to send a letter back filling in my details. I don't know if you've done this before, but see, when that happened, like, it does still annoy me that like my instant was like that instant like tension, and like I just started like beating up with sweat, because like I grew up in a household where it's very much you stick by the rules, you do what you're told, and fuck, if you've done something that police are sending you a letter about, I was like, shit. But it took me about half an hour, because I just came up to my room and just started journaling, like, fuck, to try and get that sort of, that sense of calm again, which was nice. So like a lot of my last, since Saturday, has literally just been dealing with, it's like big sort of, this could fuck your life up type of things. I know run the red light's not going to fuck my life up, but it is like points on your license, isn't it? So just need to be more aware of those sort of things in the future, of course. And other than that, I've restarted rereading a book, Relentless by Tim Grover. I would get up and go and get it, but I've got like a wire that connects my microphone to the camera, so, and it's literally like a pretty much full stretch, and the book's over there. But I've shown you guys the book many times, and I've bought 2 more books. One is Winning by Tim Grover and Ego's the Enemy by Ryan Holiday, which I'm quite excited to read. I've kind of stagnated with my reading a wee bit since I finished Atomic Habits by James Clear, which a lot of people say it's a lot of drivel and it could have been 50 pages or whatnot, but I thought it was, I personally think it was quite concise, and I enjoyed the format in which the book was created. So yeah, and then that's what happened. I went on to read Jordan Peterson's 12 Rules for Life, and I spoke in the last video, I just don't enjoy the book. I've read 2 chapters, and it's just, he goes on and on and on, and it's not my kind of book, which is a shame, because I feel like it's quite a popular book, but then why do I have to like it just because it's popular? Like, that's such a sheep mentality. But other than that, I think I'm quite enjoying life, which is strange to think, because in the past that would have completely rattled my whole day, these sorts of things. But for me now, it's like I've done the drug test now. That's a box ticked out of my life, because it's always that constantly waiting. It's like, when are they just going to test me? Like, why are they waiting so long? So I finally got drug tested, which is, I don't know why, I just think it's a positive. I think it's nice to have that peace of mind, and to have went through that process, because it's going to happen multiple more times in my career, I know that. And then having the wet dream, I've not really felt much of a difference in terms of like my energy and stuff. I've actually felt over the last few weeks with the NoFap and stuff that I've felt more energetic, in terms of like, I think I'm just getting fitter, to be honest. Like, that's also going to be a massive factor, of course. I'm getting fitter, so I'm actually like comfortable walking around everywhere, whereas before, like, the idea of walking anywhere just really annoyed me, because I was injured. My ankle was like, my foot arches are really fucked up, so walking anywhere was like agony. Never mind running, but now I feel more comfortable moving about, and to be honest, it's probably just bro science that's connected to NoFap. I think it's just because I'm getting fitter and sleep's quite good at the moment as well. So, but yeah, it's good to know the wet dream didn't fuck anything up. Actually, on that, I've not actually really been thinking about women that much since the wet dream, which could be a factor. Obviously, I did ejaculate. It's fucking annoying. So all over my sheets, I wake up at like 4 in the morning, like stickiness on the side of me. I was like, oh come on, so uncomfortable. But yeah, I've said but yeah so many times, but this is actually the end of the video now. So hope you enjoyed this episode. I'll see you guys in the next one.